I can hack to my PES career mode. Career mode, my PES Master League. Well, it's like career mode. So we're going into it now, guys. I know I did the Rovers one in the October thing. The one thing about the Rovers one, right, guys? Hold on, my fucking wire's tangled. Is for me. I really don't know a lot about the championship. I wanna carry that career mode on when we get to Premiership, so I wanna do that once we get to the Prem. This I know a lot more about the Premiership than other leagues, right? So the team we're using against Wolves is the reserve team. The next thing we are doing is we're going to make another signing and we're going to get rid of a player as well again. So then we can make this signing happen. So we're going down. I'm hoping he's still here. I'm hoping he's still at Madrid. Yeah, he's still there at Real Madrid. It's not Otamendi. It's not Keylor Navas. Not Nacho. Not Sergio Ramos. Not even Gareth Bale. Courtois would be good, but I don't think we'll get him because we've got De Gea. You'll see when I get down to him who I really want. There he is. It's Vinicius Junior. We are going to make a bid on Vinicius. First thing we're going to do is we are going to add a trade deal. I want to add Richarlison. Right, we can't get him just yet. But we can get him for about 6.3 million. 55. We want to put the... We want to make the deal about 3... Can we do it 3? And try getting some of this up. And we have to do it 2.5 years. See if we can get this off. I don't want none of that on. Yes, we can get off the release clause of this guy. So we're putting a bid in for this guy. Because when it comes to who we are buying, right, I want to remove Bellerin because he's now a United player. Come January, we're going to have this guy. Pavon. And he's our first signing that we're going to have this summer. We're going to get Pavon through. And then we're going to get this guy through as well. So our first game is we're playing Wolves at Molineux. I don't know why, right? Red suddenly changes that. Right, we're playing that anyway because it's saying we're going to play that. We're going now to a Molineux for the Prem game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. One of the new... We're going to have a good season. We're going to have a good game at Wolves. Get through this game. I can't wait till we get early access for FIFA. Here we are at Molineux for Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester United. There are the Wolverhampton Wanderers players, and there are the Manchester United players walking past the Wolves superstars. Victor Lindelof in the team. There is Rui Patricio, but Rui Patricio in the wrong kit number, where he should be number 11, Rui Patricio. Well, Wolves on the ball. What a tackle, Bailey. Eric Bailly tackles it. Lazar Markovic. It could be the last time sometime soon we see of Lazar Markovic this month. Because Lazar Markovic will be going to the Argentinian League, to Boca Juniors, in place of Pavon. Good corner by the ex-Wolves player Ruben Neves. There again, good play by him. Ruben Neves. Oh, unlucky from Ruben Neves of Wolverhampton, the former Wolves player, and Neves misses by that much in the game. As we see in the first half, it's still United 0, Wolves 0. Bailly beats Raul Jimenez in the air. João Montinho. Well tackled Bellerin. Helder Costa to Raul Jimenez. Cody on the ball now. Looking for Raul Jimenez. Helder Costa again. João Montinho taking on some of the Manchester United players. Cody now on the ball. Good tackle there from the United full-backs. Centre-backs, I mean. The play there from Lazar Markovic. He gives the ball away. Yet again. Raul Jimenez. João Montinho. Hector Bellerin again. United not going nowhere. In this park, middle of the park, trying to find Richarlison. That ball from Scott McTominay. Good touch here from Richarlison. Whipped in by Richarlison. Oh! And Lazar Markovic heads over. It is still United 0. Still Wolves 0. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. United 0. Good kick from Patricio. Bailly beats Raul Jimenez. Angel Gomez. Oh, he's just given the ball away in the middle of the park. Bit to Lindelof. He's given the ball away to Castro. João Montinho. Raul Jimenez. Helder Costa now. Brings the ball forward. Bellerin tackling him all the time. Good cross. Well picked up by Ruben Neves. 0-0. No goals here. Rashford comes off for Romelu Lukaku. Neymar goes on. Off comes the keeper as we now see David De Gea employed, ready for the second half at Molineux. In 2000 and one of the times that last couple of times Wolves were in the Prem here, they beat Wolves the last two times here, but the first time they come to the Prem, 2003-04, is the only time they've beaten Manchester United in the Premiership at Molineux. It was when Rio Ferdinand was on an 8-month suspension for missing a drugs test. Good tackle from Lindelof. United cannot afford to lose this game. Here, Lazar Markovic makes the run down the right hand side of Molyneux. He whips it in, looking for Neymar. Hit, Neymar trying to get there. They've kept it away. João Moutinho to Raúl Jiménez. Lindelof comes across. His former Benfica teammate Victor Lindelof comes across. Halman Traore. I don't know how you say that. Jimenez. Oh my god, that should have been a penalty to Wolves. But it is a corner to Wolverhampton Wanderers. He goes off and we see Ivan. I'm just going to call it Ivan. I don't know how to say. Jota with a header. Diego Jota should have scored for Wolves, but he heads it over the bar in front of the biggest goalkeeper in the world, David De Gea. Given now to Bailly, Eric Bailly, over the top, looking for someone. It's 0-0 here still. It's not been a fantastic game of football if you're Manchester United. They're looking down the line. Romelu Lukaku down the line, whips the ball in, looking for Neymar. Neymar could not flick it. Traore now on the ball. Sass. Neymar trying to get there. United not even close. Wolves a threat. Lukaku! Oh, he's missed it. Romelu Lukaku misses it. And look at Rui Patricio. He's saying to his defence, where the fuck are you? We needed you to... Off comes João Moutinho, on comes Stevenson. Bailly gets hold of the ball. Eric Bailly looks now. Oh, and he was trying to... Why did Ruben not move? Ruben Neves did not move. There's Ruben Neves trying to... Wolves could be absolutely content with this result. A 0-0 at Molyneux. Manchester United not being on form, not being on it. The second team that United want to use for the Champions League for the Champions League when they play against teams like Juventus. And the manager will be absolutely pissed that this young team have dropped 2 points in the Premier League. Not good enough for the league leaders. Wolves have one fucking shot, and that was offside. Not even tested. Huddersfield. Let's go. Hold on, we'll start here. Cardiff 0, Burnley 3. Shit for that's a good result for Dingles. Chelsea 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Nearly said 1 there. Crystal Palace 0, Bournemouth 1. Everton lost 4-2 to Leicester. Liverpool beat Fulham. City smashed Huddersfield. Tottenham only just beat Arsenal. Watford lost 2-0. Newcastle won 3-0. And fucking United couldn't even get a fucking win. 40 points, and we've got 1 draw to 10th place Wolves, who they're at bottom 3 in the Premier League. Oh my god, I cannot believe that Wolverhampton Wanderers have just pulled off a result. And we got Watford before that last Champions League game. The manager knows that they need a rest before that last Champions League game. So my 62 rated keeper that I'm kind of liking. Here we go. Kimpembe is back in at centre back. Samuel Umtiti is back. Fred back in midfield. Not you, Neves. You were poor. Poor against your old club. Here he comes back in. Neymar is back. Romelu Lukaku. Is he back from injury? For fuck's sake, Shaw. Still 2 days. I've still got to play. Got to play fucking Sage Kolasinac still. Diego Dalot is in. Mr. Paul Pogba returns. The French international and the club captain returns for Manchester United. Captain. Long free kicks. Yeah. Short free kicks. I've not even... Before anyone says, right, why's he got 99 free kicks? Because I've took a guy who was in the classical team. And that guy in the classical team was wearing number 32 at the time. And who wore number 32 in a couple of clubs out his career? David fucking Beckham. The guy I took, right, is actually David Beckham. You can... How can I prove it, right? Here we go. I'm hoping I can see his stats. Right, here we go. He's gone up to 90 rated. He was 88 rated, right? Can we see all his stats? There you go. That I have not changed. The only thing I've changed is his age. I've not changed his height. I've not changed his weight. I've put Preds on him, right? You can see by the stats, right? Beckham, place kick, 99. Why has he got 99 place kick? He is one... No, at United, right, we have Ronaldo and Beckham, right? If I were thinking who had the best record at United for free kicks scoring, David Beckham over Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was good, but Beckham was just ace. And David Beckham was the first man to replace a number 7, and that was Cantona. David Beckham replaced Eric Cantona as United number 7. Ronaldo replaced Beckham. And people will say, oh, Ronaldo won more than Beckham. Beckham won more titles than Cristiano at United. He won more FA Cups than Ronaldo. They both won 1 Champions League. They both won a World Cup Team Championship. But Ronaldo did win a League Cup. So that counts where Beckham didn't win the League Cup. But for me, David Beckham is still... Beckham was my fucking hero at Man United, guys. I love Cristiano Ronaldo, right? But I really do I like Beckham a little bit more. Because of what the guy has done at Manchester United. I did create David Beckham, right? And I've looked at Beckham's stats. If I could have took the stats of the 43-year-old David Beckham, right? Who still has 99 for his kicks. Yeah? But a lot of his other stats are quite shit. It would have come out 8 rated. I took the stats of the 27-year-old Monsieur David Beckham. It's a good ball. Well overhit. Kimpembe leaves the ball. Goal kick to Manchester United here at Vicarage Road. Andres Pereira. Neymar now running down the wing. Neymar to cross. Neymar crosses it. It could not find Beckham. Sage Kolasinac will have to stay in for the Champions League game. Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku! What save? Lukaku! 1-0 United! Romelu Lukaku! here at Watford. It's chalk and cheese. To last game, United take the lead through Big Rom. Romelu Lukaku, fantastic. Around there, looking for Beckham. David Beckham. Beckham, who's come up against Watford in his Premier League career before. For Manchester United, Beckham now. David Beckham. Beckham down this wing. Beckham whips that ball in. Beckham. Lukaku. Bad header. Well claimed by... Oh, what do I nickname him? Aurelio Gomez. Or Useless Gomez. Or... I know he has a frigging nickname because one game he'd be world class and then next couple of games he's like dropping stuff. Ah, we'll just call him Gomez. Reply from Gay. Kiko, I can't even. Roberto Pereira, now to Capu. Idrissa Gana Gueye, the former Everton man, gives the ball away. Neymar now on the run. Neymar Zito. The man. Neymar! Beckham! Oh, he's just put it over the bar. David Beckham! The Manchester United legend puts it over the bar. Yes, he did play for Real Madrid, he did play for LA Galaxy, AC Milan a couple of times, PSG, but the club he'll be most remembered for is his ties with Manchester United. And at half-time here at Vicarage Road, it is Watford 0, Manchester United 1. Watford have more possession. So we're seeing Neymar comes off for Richarlison. It may be the last couple of times we see Richarlison in a Manchester United shirt. Ruben Neves comes on for the second half because with a bid for a very talented young winger. Oh, Troy Deeney comes on for a striker that I like. Pandavani. If Rashford doesn't shape up by this month, man, I might put a bid in for him as well. Actually strengthen our front line then. He'll be a good super sub to use. Watford now on the ball. Holebas. Well tackled by Diego Dalot. Looking for David Beckham. Beckham wins the ball off him. What a cross from Beckham! Oh, and Neymar! No, it's not Neymar. He's been taken off. Sorry about this. Bad commentary. Good cross from Beckham. And Richarlison, who has been put in a bid with the young man in question. This, if it is accepted, it could be the last month we see Richarlison. Because, what's he called? The guy from the ex-Liverpool man, Lazar Markovic is going to Argentina, and Richarlison is going to Spain to play for the best club in the world, best club in Europe, in Real Madrid. Because you're seeing Man United absolutely starting to build a team that they like. And at the minute, we've not seen nothing from the World Cup winner Paul Pogba. Could he be on his way out and we could see Milinkovic-Savic or James Rodriguez coming for Manchester United? Good defense there by Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves to Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford to David Beckham. Beckham couldn't do that. Rashford. Beckham, Rashford to hit a shot. Gomez! What a save from Aurelio Gomez. Marcus Rashford, I think on his weaker foot, hits this as he hits it with his weaker foot. Aurelio Gomez, what a save. Corner United. Beckham to whip in the corner. David Beckham whips it in. Looking. Not beautifully clear. Beckham whips in the ball. Brilliant. Trying to get that ball whipped in by David. Fred trying to win the ball. When the first team come in, they start winning games. And they keep clean sheets. They may not win massively. Idrissa Gana Gueye. They've got Watford a start. I've got to get them straight back, looking for David De Gea. David De Gea plays it out to Kimpembe. Kimpembe out or back again. De Gea. De Gea again. De Gea just does a fake throw. David De Gea. And United have won 1-0 away at Watford. So they're getting 2 good away game practices in. Against Watford have not. We're looking at the results. Chelsea have done well. Burnley have done well again in a 2-2 draw. Everton done very well. Fulham done well. Leicester have done well. Southampton to beat Arsenal 2-0. I don't know where Arsenal are in league. Tottenham won 4-0. United won 1-0, City won 1-0 and Liverpool won 3-0. Liverpool go to Wolves and batter Wolves. Where Arsenal in league? 9th. Arsenal doing poorly in the league. Bad result for Arsenal. And we know what is coming up. The last game of the Champions League run here. They've already qualified. What's this? What's this? Whoa! They only want 748,000. Done. Done. We will take that. That's not a bad transfer. Dealing. Well, how the hell does that work up about 34 million? Oh, very nice. We're looking at the scout report now. The Andrew Robertson of Liverpool. I don't want Robertson, I've got Luke Shaw. Sorry, Robbo. This guy I really don't want. He's too old, man. He's a good player, but too old. And this guy I don't want. He's a bit too old for a defender. So we've gone in with the team. Now it comes the Champions League. Oh, and the return leg. United versus Ronaldo. He comes back. I think he's fit to go back up next to Hector Bellerin. Yes, he is. We're seeing Richarlison. We're seeing McTominay. No, we're seeing Neves, McTominay, Richarlison, Rashford. Oh shit. Bellerin. No Luke Shaw today. And Lazar Markovic. Here we go at Old Trafford. The final group stage game of the UEFA Champions League. United played, I think we played in blue, didn't we, when we played Juventus? I think we played in our away kit, didn't we? Oh no, or did we play? No, I think we played in home kit. They can both play in home kit, right? So they're going to be both in the home kit. Here we go, Manchester United versus Juventus in this Champions League game. We will know the draw for the group phase of the Champions League, or the last 16 of the Champions League. The first game between these two, it was 0-0 in Turin. Now Juventus come to Old Trafford in Manchester. There we go, Manchester United team being led out by Kolasinac. Kolasinac will get a rest before he has to play again. Luke Shaw's not played for a couple of weeks. He's been rested because of injury that he had. There is the two teams being led out by Kolasinac and Giorgio Chiellini. There's the Manchester United lineup. There is the Juventus lineup. Beautiful night here at Old Trafford. So there are the players for Manchester United. Here are the players of Juventus. A lot of players that a lot of us know in these teams. Here are the Manchester United lineup. I don't know the goalkeeper, but it's... Oh shit. Shit, I'm going to have to make an early sub. I forgot Samuel Umtiti's still on. So Umtiti is off. Victor Lindelof has to come on. They're gonna have to clear it out of play. And Bailly, or will they wait until they've either scored? Lazar Markovic. So Bailly may have just injured a Juventus player. He's still down. Alessandro. It was Paulo Dybala who we put on his ass. Alessandro. Paulo Dybala now for Juventus. Emre Can. Back towards Alessandro. Sandro whips it in. Well cleared. Scott McTominay now for Manchester United. Brilliant to Marcus Rashford. Rashford on the descent. Rashford hits the shot. Rashford over the bar. Bad shot for Manchester United. Bailly takes the yellow card. They forgot to bring on the main man. They forgot to have Lindelof start in, so Lindelof has now got to come on because the manager wanted to rest Samuel Umtiti, rest the rest of the players. McTominay, Richarlison, he may play for the biggest. He's going Real Madrid. Richarlison whips it in. What's that, Markovic? Oh, what the hell? Markovic just couldn't even take a second shot. What a bad shot that was from Lazar Markovic. McTominay makes a good footing. Now Lindelof gets around Ronaldo. Fernandinho. Good ball back. Bailly to the Manchester United keeper, Eric Bailly. Plays it out to Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin to Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves into Gomez. Gomez into Rashford. Rashford back to Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves to Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin to Lazar Markovic. Lazar Markovic whipping the ball. Looking. Good clearance. Ruben Neves heads the ball. McTominay now trying to get there. Lindelof trying to get there. Brilliant by Manchester United. Brilliant here. Dybala, Ronaldo, Sandro. Juventus not letting them through. Bellerin trying to get to Paulo Dybala. Matuidi, Blaise Matuidi does well. Cristiano Ronaldo. Fernandinho, the former Man City player. Emre Can, the former Liverpool player. To Alessandro. What a play by Alessandro. Bellerin. Ruben Neves. And it is goalless. This be the only tie, the only two games in the Champions League that ends goalless. So we might not see a new goalkeeper, so we definitely are seeing Neymar and Lukaku. The keeper stays on for Manchester United. He hasn't made a mistake for Manchester United. United need more pressure. Ronaldo. Itchy nose. Bernardeschi on the ball for Juventus. Matuidi. Bernardeschi. Chiellini further forward. Giorgio Chiellini. Ronaldo. He could have scored a spectacular goal against Manchester United. Whoever wins this game tops in the Champions League. Juventus make a substitution. Paulo Dybala goes off, and we're seeing Douglas Costa come on. Scott McTominay out to the ever quick Hector Bellerin. Bellerin down the left flank. Looks it in box, looking for Lukaku. Lukaku over the bar. Romelu Lukaku. Bad attempt from Romelu Lukaku. And United still 0-0. Perrin has not made a save. Bernardeschi. The manager is upset with how easy Bernardeschi went over. Manchester United not playing well. Bonucci whips it in. Brilliant again. Hit Scott McTominay on the arse. Lazar Markovic. Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku again. Not getting there. Ball over. Gomez trying to get there. They're trying to fix the second team to have more impetus. Lukaku! Oh my god, he's hit the post. Manchester United come close to taking the lead. And Juventus, you must be feeling, if you're a Juve fan, you're feeling sorry for Juve. How bad Juve are playing. Matuidi goes off, and we see Miralem Pjanic come on for Juventus. Kolasinac wins the ball. Brilliant from McTominay. Out to Neymar. Neymar now. Neymar whips it in. Yeah, I've got real itchy nose. Again play. Kolasinac under the ball where Bernardeschi could not get to. It falls back to Bernardeschi. I don't know how this is a free kick. Kolasinac wins the ball. Fernandinho comes off and on goes Sami Khedira. Bernardeschi. Giorgio Chiellini. Can he cross? Can he get one in? Ronaldo. Needs to shoot. Ronaldo puts it wide of the Manchester United reserve goalkeeper. This has just been like watching the Wolves game again. So much. It's a great game to advertise if you want to watch a game in the Champions League between United and Juventus, but two boring nil draws. Lukaku needs to turn that around. Lukaku! Oh my god, he's even missed there. May there be a chance to get rid of both Rashford, Lukaku and rebuild that strike, then striker positions. I don't know why they're saying to keep a tight mark on Scott McTominay, because he hasn't done nothing to prove to be a danger man for Manchester United. McTominay wins the ball. He passes the ball. Fantastic pass. Looking, Lukaku couldn't even keep hold of the stupid ball. The manager again could be fuming at Manchester United. But 2 games, they have not killed off teams with this reserve team, because at the minute they need better striker wise, midfield wise they need, and the other two who supply the balls, they need better. Rashford hasn't done nothing. Lukaku hasn't done nothing. Who would United want to see come into the game, into the team? Here we go. Matchday 6, Barcelona 3, Porto 0, Galatasaray 1, Lyon 4, Man United 0, Juventus 0, PAOK 0, Schalke 0-4-1, Liverpool 1, Club Brugge 0, Basel 3, Spartak Moscow 1, Atletico Madrid 0, PSG 1. Midtjylland 1. Ajax 0. Manchester City 0. Lokomotiv Moscow 2. Dinamo Zagreb 0. Bayer Leverkusen 2. Monaco 4. Real Madrid 1. Bromby 0. Sporting CP 1. Bromby didn't, yeah, Brom. Inter Milan 4. Shakhtar Donetsk 2. Celtic 0. Fenerbahce 1. Valencia 4. PSV 1. Slavia Prague 1. SL Benfica 3. Check the group. So it's going to be Barcelona and Lyon through to the round of 16 in the Champions League. Galatasaray will join the Europa League. It's United and Juventus both going to the round of 16. Schalke will be in the Europa League. Spartak Moscow and Liverpool both through to the round of 16. Barca go to the Europa League. PSG and Atletico Madrid both through. Ajax are going to the Europa League. City and Bayer Leverkusen are both through. Lokomotiv Moscow go to the Europa League. Real Madrid and Sporting CP are through to the round of 16. Monaco goes to the Europa League. Inter Milan and Fenerbahce are through. Shakhtar Donetsk go into the Europa League. Benfica and Valencia are through. PSV go to the Europa League. Unlucky if you're going to the Europa League. There we go. We've added 1,000 points for qualifying from the group phase of the UEFA Champions League. We have Southampton now. Oh, we have got another managerial offer, guys. Yep, my managerial offers at United have been biggened. You see the Man City job, now you're seeing the Bayern Munchen job. Let's have a look at Bayern Munich's team. We have 32-year-old Manuel Neuer. We have Jerome Boateng, Mats Hummels. I think we'd have to sell them free just to revamp in goal and in stem. We have 23-year-old Joshua Kimmich, very good defender. David Alaba would stay because he's young enough. Javi Martinez would have to be sold. Iron Robin would have to be sold. Muller had to be sold. We could keep Thiago. James Rodriguez. We'd have to sell Robert Lewandowski. We'd have to sell him. Toby would stay. Bernat would stay. Talisca would stay. Gundogan would stay. Ribery would have to go. Gnabry could stay. He could stay. Saul could stay. He could stay. Rafinha would have to go. He could stay. Renato Sanchez definitely could stay. Leonardo Goretzka would definitely be staying. Coleman would definitely be staying. He'd have to go because he's too old. That's if I want to take over at Bayern. Before we check the draw for the last 16. Let's check here. So it is Besiktas and Olympiacos through. Lazio and Young Boys are through. Arsenal and Zenit are through. Besiktas and Marseille are through. Burnley and Burnley and AC Milan are through. Borussia Dortmund and that Turkish side are through. Bayern Munich and Krasnodar are through. Tottenham and Atalanta are through. Chelsea and Bordeaux are through. Rennes and Villarreal are through. Sevilla and PES United are through. What the fuck are the PES United getting to that? Roma and Anderlecht are through to the group, to the knockout phase. They're the knockout phases now. So we've got Olympiacos versus Rennes, Young Boys versus Chelsea, Zenit versus PSV, Marseille versus Roma, AC Milan versus Sevilla, the Turkish side versus Bayern Munich, Krasnodar versus Borussia Dortmund, Atalanta versus Burnley, Bordeaux versus Besiktas, Villarreal versus Lazio, PES United versus Tottenham Hotspur, Anderlecht versus Real Betis, Galatasaray versus Monaco, Schalke 04 versus Lokomotiv Moscow, Basel versus Shakhtar Donetsk, and Ajax versus Arsenal for a place in the last 32. Right, so the Champions League group phase. That's the first round, the round of 16. It is Lyon versus Manchester City, Juventus versus FC Barcelona, Liverpool versus Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid versus Benfica, Bayer Leverkusen versus Inter Milan, Sporting Lisbon versus Spartak Moscow, Fenerbahce PSG, Valencia versus Manchester United. So, tough game if you're a Manchester United fan. Here we go, they're going to bring back the squad now. Shaw is back at fullback. Beckham is back. Popper is back. Fred is back. Andres Pereira is back. Neymar is back. Romelu Lukaku is back. So captain is David Beckham. Long free kick, Beckham. Short free kick, Beckham. Second free kick is Pogba. Left corner, right corner, Beckham. Penalties, Lukaku. We are ready for the Southampton game. What time are we on, guys? Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch 2 sync and then I will be back for this because the schedule is we have Southampton, then we have Arsenal. That is our 17th match of the season. Our 18th match of the season is Liverpool. Our 19th match of the season is against Bournemouth. Then we play Burnley, followed by Brighton. So that's what I'm going to do. And what we're also going to do is we're going to look for, before I do go, is for 2 strikers I really want to bring in. So the Watford lad I've seen when we played, how young is the, not Andre Gray, I don't want to bring someone who's about 27 years young. This guy, he's only 21 and he can play mainly as a striker, right? So what I'm going to do is put in a bid. We are going to put in a big bid. We're going to let, not Lukaku, we're going to give him Marcus Rashford. So we're giving him Rashford. It's going to cost us nothing. Put a £55 million salon bid. About 1 point something. We want about could we get a 3-year deal? Which we can't get a 3.5 year deal. So we'll have to get a 2.5 year deal. See if we can get this release clause off, which we can. That is fantastic. We are going to sign this guy. So the guy I want to sign as Romelu Lukaku's replacement, I may have to sell Lukaku because I really do want him. And I'd have to sell Romelu Lukaku. Is Dybala. And to get Dybala, it will cost me 60 million. Even if I threw Romelu Lukaku in, it would make it 25. So no, we're not going to get Dybala just yet. The only way we get Dybala is if I get a good deal on Lukaku. So for now, guys, I will be back after I've watched 2 Sync, and then we'll be carrying on